Hello everyone, and welcome back to your daily English dose. This is the channel where we learn English by looking at the fascinating real-world stories happening all around us. Today we have a story that surprised everyone. It's about a new, unexpected romance between two very famous people, the global pop star Katy Perry and the former Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau. This isn't just a simple celebrity gossip story. When these two people got together, it seemed like a perfectly timed move. Some people call it a strategic synergy. Synergy is when two things work together to create a result that is bigger than what they could do alone. In this case, both Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau were facing difficult times in their careers. They both needed to reboot or restart their public image. Did they get together just for love, or was it also a very smart PR plan to help each other? And how did they even meet? The story involves a billionaire's wife, a trip to space, and a plan to create a new power couple for the modern world. Let's dive deep into this story and find out why this surprising relationship just might work. Let's start with our first everyday English check. Our phrase is just might work. This is a great, hopeful phrase. You use it when an idea seems a little crazy or unlikely, but you think it has a chance of success. For example, this plan is strange, but it just might work. Or, mixing these two ingredients sounds weird, but it just might work. To understand this story, we first need to understand the situation in early 2025. Both Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry were at a difficult point or a low point in their public lives. First, let's talk about Justin Trudeau. He was the Prime Minister of Canada for about 10 years, from 2015 to 2025. He was very popular at first, seen as a fresh, modern leader. But over time, his popularity went down. He faced many political problems, and his government lost support. After a political crisis, he announced in January 2025 that he would step down or resign from his job as Prime Minister. He also separated from his wife Sophie in 2023. So, in 2025, he was a man who had lost his high-powered job and was also going through a personal separation. He was under a lot of stress and negative attention from the media. Here's our next everyday English. Check the phrases to step down. This is a polite and professional way to say to resign or to quit a job, especially an important one. For example, the CEO decided to step down after 10 years, or she stepped down as team captain. Now, let's look at Katy Perry. At the same time, her career was also in a strange place. She is, of course, a huge pop star and a very successful businesswoman with hundreds of millions of dollars. But her public image was stagnating, or stuck. It wasn't growing. Some media reports even said she was becoming America's favorite joke. Her 2025 Lifetimes tour was her first in 7 years, but some moments with fans were called awkward or cringeworthy. She had also recently broken up with her longtime partner, Orlando Bloom. So just like Trudeau, Katy Perry needed a change. She needed something to refresh her brand and show the world a new, more mature side of herself. This is what we call a strategic negative convergence. That's a fancy term, but it just means that both of them hit a rough patch or had a bad time at the same exact moment. This is why their relationship could be a win-win situation. For Trudeau, being with a global superstar like Katy Perry helps him change his story. He is no longer seen as the failed politician who resigned. Instead, he becomes the charming former leader who found happiness in his personal life. It's a great way to rebrand himself. For Katy Perry, being with a serious, respected world leader like Trudeau helps her too. She is no longer just a pop star. She becomes part of a power couple, which makes her brand seem more mature, intelligent, and globally important. They each had something the other one needed. Let's do another everyday English check. First, hit a rough patch. This is a common idiom meaning to experience a period of difficulty. Our company hit a rough patch last year, but things are better now. Or, all relationships hit a rough patch sometimes. Second, win-win situation. This is a very common business and daily phrase. It means a situation where everyone involved gets a good result. Let's find a win-win situation for both of us. So how did this pop star and this politician even meet? This wasn't a simple random meeting at a coffee shop. They were introduced by someone very powerful, Lauren Sanchez, the wife of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos. Because she is connected to billionaires and rockets, the media sometimes calls her the billionaire Cupid. The story starts with a very exclusive or elite event. In April 2025, Katy Perry joined Lauren Sanchez on a space mission with Blue Origin, Jeff Bezos' rocket company. They traveled to space together and became friends during the training. After this trip, Lauren Sanchez introduced Katy to Justin Trudeau. She reportedly said she had a hunch they would hit it off. Here is our next everyday English check. First, to have a hunch. This means to have a feeling or guess about something, without having a specific reason or proof. I have a hunch it's going to rain today, or I had a hunch he would be late. Second, to hit it off. This is a great idiom. It means to like someone and become friendly immediately. I met my new boss today, and we really hit it off. Or, they hit it off right away and talked for hours. After they were introduced, the new couple started to appear in public. They were first seen together in Montreal in July 2025, which really surprised the media. But the relationship was officially confirmed in October 2025. They were photographed holding hands in Paris while celebrating Katy's 41st birthday. This was the picture that told the world they were officially a couple. This relationship also seems to be a good humanizing strategy for Trudeau. To humanize someone means to make them seem more like a normal, kind person. Reports said that Katy quickly got along well with Trudeau's 3 children, and that the kids were smitten with her, which means they liked her a lot. This story of a new, happy, blended family helps change Trudeau's image from a stressed-out politician to a happy and relatable father. So why does this relationship just might work? As we said, it's not just personal. It's also about their shared brand. Both Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry are very skilled at using social media. Trudeau was often called the first Instagram Prime Minister because he used platforms like Instagram to connect with young voters and talk about progressive values, like protecting the environment. Katy Perry also uses her fame to talk about politics. For example, she actively supported Hillary Clinton for president in 2016. When these two people come together, they can amplify or boost each other's messages. They can reach a huge global audience of young people who care about the same progressive issues. They are on the same page when it comes to their values. Let's do an everyday English check. The phrase is on the same page. This means to be in agreement or to have the same understanding about something. It's very common in work and life. Before we start the project, let's make sure everyone is on the same page. Or, my husband and I are finally on the same page about where to go on vacation. Of course, there is a risk. When celebrities and politics mix, some critics worry that the spectacle or the entertainment part becomes more important than the substance or the real policy discussions. People might pay more attention to the new romance than to the difficult political problems Trudeau left behind. But for a politician who just stepped down, this is actually a perfect PR strategy. It moves the spotlight away from his political failures and onto his new, happy personal life. This isn't the first time a Trudeau has been in a high-profile relationship. Justin's father, Pierre Trudeau, who is also a very famous prime minister, was known for dating famous celebrities like Barbra Streisand. This shows that the Trudeau family has always been comfortable at the center of both political and cultural attention. So what is the conclusion? Is this a PR couple? Or is it true love? The media has described them as two people who were burnt out, Trudeau from politics and Perry from performing, who finally found real, sincere love. This story is very powerful because it makes people feel hopeful. Here is our final everyday English check. Our phrase is burnt out. This is a very common and important phrase today. It means to feel completely exhausted and unable to work or function because of too much stress or work over a long time. After working 12-hour days for a month, I felt completely burnt out. Or, many teachers are feeling burnt out by the end of the school year. This story of two tired people finding happiness is a great narrative or story. It helps both of them. For Justin Trudeau, this relationship helps him transition from a failed politician to a global influencer or a worldwide figure. It gives him a new, positive platform. For Katy Perry, this relationship gives her brand more weight or seriousness. It shows she is a mature, global-minded person, not just a pop star. This relationship is a win-win situation for both of their brands. So while we can't know what is truly in their hearts, we can see that this relationship is a very smart strategic move for both of them. It is the perfect example of how celebrity culture and global politics work together in our modern digital world. What a story! It's a fascinating mix of politics, pop culture, and public relations. Understanding it helps you learn English words for media, branding, and relationships. Remember the everyday English we learned today. Just might work, step down, hit a rough patch, win-win situation, have a hunch, hit it off, on the same page, and burnt out. Thank you for joining us on your daily English dose. If you found this story interesting and helpful for your English practice, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps our channel. What do you think? Is this a real romance or a perfect PR plan? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And please suggest other big stories you'd like us to cover. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next episode. Until next time, keep practicing, stay curious, and keep learning. Bye for now.